Cortes and I'm a critic. We are talking about them cool cats of Carolina. And we're talking about the Carolina Panthers as they didn't look that bad. Bad, but not that bad. Cause everybody wants to be a cat. Because the cat's the only cat who land on their feet. I forgot the name of I forgot the lyrics, the words. But the Carolina Panthers, a team that I think a lot of us was thinking, dead man walking. Who wants this team? And thank you, Canales, the one-year wonder of Tampa Bay who left Tampa not only just to leave the team that he helped save Baker Mayfield's career, but go to the division foe. So basically it's like having an affair with the neighbor. Thank you. I'll see you in the potluck, bitch. That's what it felt like. But he came in and give credit to Canales. He benched Young. He benched him. He's like, bench you now. That was like, why is my stepdad punishing me? And the Carolina Panther was a team that I was really thinking a 7-win season. 5-12 at worst, and look, they were 5-12. So ding ding ding, my first right prediction. Even though I'm kind of cheating by losing 2 predictions, but still, 5 wins was their basement. That was the best they can do. And the way the season was going, well, yeah, 5-win season seemed to be the most appropriate way to go. I mean, you did beat the Raiders with not Young, with Dalton. So, loss. And then you beat the Saints by 1 point because the Saints, shot themselves in the foot with a double-barrel shotgun. And then loss. But at least you ended the season, the last quarter of the season, 2-2. So progress. But it was still a bad season. Let's be frank. The Panther season still was bad. Derek Brown's injury and the defensive line really did hurt. I thought the Panthers defense was very underappreciated last year. Not last year, but the year before. They were like top 5, top 10 defense, even though they were still like one of the top 10 draft picks. And they gave their pick to Chicago. We forgot to laugh about that. Oh, yes, we forgot about that. Let's laugh again. Panthers gave draft pick to Bear. Here we threw our heads back and laugh. Ready? Ready! But yeah, the Panthers were a bad team, even though I feel like they have some great players that I really believe they would succeed elsewhere. And that's the sad truth. That is the gospel truth. Yeah. But even though I think the biggest thing we can take it is not so much giving credit to Canales as much as giving credit to Young to basically taking it himself to be better. Now, he may not be better to the point where we're thinking, well, all right, next year we're going to see if he becomes, the MVP of the Carolina Panthers. Now, we're not saying that. We're just saying, good. We don't have to focus on quarterback. We can focus on everything else. Because in this league, even a B- quarterback is still better than no quarterback at all. Chuba Hubbard is still one of the almost underappreciated running back, and he has proven once again why he's still very valuable to the Carolina Panthers. I think for the Panthers, well, we'll get to that. Let's start with their best game. To me, their best game was sadly their last game. In a game where basically the Falcons have to win and hope the Saints can pull up the upset was the game. Panthers, Falcons, division foe in Atlanta. 2 young quarterbacks, both wearing number 9. Both were picked in the top 10. They didn't play each other, sadly, but still pretty good. One right-handed, one left-handed. Let's go. The young generation of quarterback. This is going to be the matchup. This is going to be great. And statistically, it was really good. I am a Buccaneers fan. I was watching the Saints game, but I had like the other channel. I think I was watching Fox for the Bucks and Saints. And I was watching CBS for the Falcons and Panthers. And they were talking the Bucks on the commercial break, and the Bucks were like playing really bad. I'm like, oh god, let's hope for the Panthers they can win it. I was watching it, and this game was wonderful. I mean, Penix and Young both were playing phenomenal. Both had great scoring drive. Both showed resilience. And yeah, Panthers had 425 yards of offense, and the Falcons had 537. So worst case scenario, we can hope for that Panthers Falcons next year could be basketball scores. We'll be looking at arena football level scoring here in football next year between these two teams. And no disrespect, I don't think both teams were at 100% with their offensive players, whether some are going to stay or though some are not or injured. This is a big thing. So this was the best game. I mean, just watch that highlights of Young. How you can just see this guy is confident. This guy is having fun. Holy crap, the Panthers may be dangerous. But, as said before, we have seen a lot of, what's the word? One-hit wonders. We have seen great quarterbacks, and then they just disappear. We have seen quarterbacks go as far as Super Bowls. Rex Grossman, and then they just disappear. So, I'm not going to pop the balloon on Young or, bash the balloon of Penix, even though I did that in the last video. I'm still just going to address that we should be excited, but don't go buying, playoff tickets yet. Okay, let's see what the draft and the free. Like I said, we're still in the middle of free agency. Okay, let's calm our tits. The worst game for Carolina goes to a division foe, and this is more because they probably 95% probably should have won. Week 13 at home against Tampa Bay. This was a game that I feel a lot of people are thinking Bryce Young is coming to his own. Bryce Young is going to Chuba Hubbard is fun. This game just felt like, I know the controversial call that we didn't have a camera to see if Adam Thielen caught that touchdown. I thought it was a touchdown. I thought it was a touchdown. As a Buccaneers fan, that was a touchdown. I thought we were screwed. And then Baker Mayfield got hurt. I'm thinking, well, at least we'll lose without Baker Mayfield. So at least we can say, well, Baker didn't play. And then Anthony Nelson stripped the ball from Chuba Hubbard. Of all people, Chuba Hubbard fumbled on the basically within field goal range. And then the Bucs drove down the field. They ran. I mean, the Buccaneers' rushing offense was the major catalyst to the Panthers, and it kind of made that Bucs and Panthers rematch in Tampa look like, all right, last time it was overtime close matter, and the Bucs just like, no, 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 game. So this was the worst game because I'm not gonna say it would have changed the trajectory of the Panthers season, potentially becoming a playoff division. It would have been like the Panthers are no longer just laying down and taking it kind of team. They're gonna fight, and they fought. I mean, the Saints game, the Bucs games, and even the Falcons game. The Panthers just look like we're not being kicked around anymore. Even though in a losing fashion, it was like, oh, good, we beat the Panthers. How do you think the Chiefs felt? They were in Carolina. Chuba Hubbard was destroying them. But then Mahomes danced on the sideline, got a field goal, and they won it. How embarrassing. They think the Chiefs are going, oh, good thing we beat the Panthers, guys. Aren't I right? The Chiefs still went to the Super Bowl that year. So it's not like it's oh, no, the Panthers figured us out. Yeah, no. The Bucs did that with Brady, and the Eagles exploited even more. Mahomes and the Chiefs are the same way. Sack their quarterback, harass Mahomes, and like any other quarterback, they will eventually fall apart. Ta-da! That's the formula. But the Bucs' loss was painful. Like I said, it was not going to change the Panthers season. It would have definitely derailed the Bucs season. But it really was just like Chuba Hubbard, of all people, to fumble that moment. And then of course, the conspiracy that there was no extra camera to see Adam Thielen score that obvious touchdown that even I was calling as a Buccaneer fan. Your MVP goes to Chuba Hubbard. This guy played only in 15 games, and he had basically 1,200 yards. Chuba Hubbard had 10 touchdowns, averaging nearly 5 yards a carry, 4.8 to be exact. This guy, I always felt like he's underappreciative, underexpected, and he still produces at a high level. Now, what makes it, no disrespect to Chuba, he's not like Bijan or even Bucky for the Buccaneers or even Alvin Kamara compared to his other. So basically, any other running back in them, he's not as utilized as a receiving threat like his other opponents do with Kamara, Bucky, Rashad, Bijan, and Tyler. So he is getting his success basically just running in between the tackles and just his never quit attitude. When Dalton or Young were the quarterback and the team wasn't so good, he had to step up and still make plays. That's the kind of play you kind of want on your team. A running back, especially in the day and age where running back were unappreciated until Barkley says, look what I can do in Philadelphia, and realize, oh, so it was the Giants' fault. Running backs running the ball very effectively, basically whenever, proves that you can still lead a good team while Young is figuring out himself out. So Chuba Hubbard to me was my MVP pick when I did the preview show, and he definitely proved he was. So to me, Chuba Hubbard is your MVP. Your grade for the season is a failure. It failed. Not in the way of Young got better. Chuba showed promise. Canales is not a one-hit wonder. He may be a head coach. Maybe. We don't know. I mean, some head coaches took 2 or 3 before we found out they are terrible. So we'll see. The NFC South is still competitive. And as long as they stay within most of their game, they can still make some noise. Am I going to say playoff berth yet? Not saying that, not even close. But a potential 9-8 season is not too far now. Maybe. But right now, that's where I'm seeing the Carolina Panthers. It's a failed season, but the positive is that Young looks like a quarterback. We'll see. But your owner is still a petulant child. All right, who are your draft picks? Because I am on the notion that I think we need to give our boy Young, give himself some young guns. So for that, pass rush definitely. Jalen Walker from Georgia is an idea that comes to mind. Malik Williams, another running and for Georgia. And if you guys feel that for whatever reason, no, you get McMillan from Arizona. I don't know why I'm not seeing this guy on more mock drafts. Get him a receiver. Adam Thielen was fantastic. Treadlin was well. But I want Young needs a receiver the same way that Jameis Winston and Mike Evans had each other. You need a young receiver to go with a young quarterback so they can develop that 10 for the next 10 years. Okay? That's what you need to develop right there. I think Michael Penix and Drake London could probably do that in Atlanta, but that's what you need. You need a young quarterback to develop a relationship with a young receiver, and who knows? There you go. You might see 15 years of just pure dominance by McMillan from Arizona. That's who I believe they need to do. I'm more on the idea of get a receiver for Young than get pass rusher for the Panthers. That's very selfish of me, but come on, man, come on. I'm begging here, but we'll see. But to me, I'm leaning on the receiving side. But for all I know, they might trade their pick. Yeah, I don't do trades in this video. But that is the Carolina Panthers. They tried their best, and the best wasn't enough. So now we're going to conclude the NFC South by talking about my team. My team! Fire the cannons! We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next video to conclude the NFC South and to basically give that a lot of people are reluctant to give or kind of having to do it based on protest. Give Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers credit. Fine. I look forward to talking about it. But until then, I'm Cortez, and I'm a critic. Thank you so very much for watching.